Hey, what's up, guys? Got an interesting project I'm working on today. Today, and for actually the last few months, I've been working on a tiny home remodel. It was kind of in northern Minnesota. It's pretty popular. There's shacks on skids, and they kind of have a little porch on one side, and people buy them, put them on hunting properties, do lots of stuff with them. Well, my in-laws, they live on our farm with us during the summer because they're full-time RVers. And we're now remodeling one of these to have them have a more solid place to live in while they're here. And they can leave their trailer down south when they come up. So I've been converting this thing over the winter, and they haven't been able to see the progress on it. So we're kind of going to do a reveal at some point for them. But this is a pretty cool layout. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one before, but they come with lofts on either side. So on this side was a loft up there, and it was originally, you can see down here where there is treated plywood on the floor. That is where the original deck used to be. So we knocked the wall out and we extended it out farther so that it would be, a lot more living space. And there used to be another loft on this side. Now you see a big wall. And what we did was I put up a wall because they wanted a bedroom, and they, trying to conserve space, we cut out part of the loft, and I put a bed in here, and I put 2 pocket doors on either side. Just some small 24-inch pocket doors. And this is to help give them a space. They didn't want to climb up into a loft every day. And I totally get it. They're in their 60s and I get it. I'm in my 40s and I feel it. So part of the thing was, let's see here, if I can get a good shot of it, is I'm building a bed on the ground, or from wall to wall, I should say. And let's see if I can. So in here we have a bed that is from the outer wall to this new wall that I built. And underneath it, I'm going to put drawer storage. And so 3 drawers on each side, and then I'll do a floating side table on each side with an outlet in each one of them, so they can have a lamp and a little drawer to keep some of their stuff. Up here, this used to be the loft. This was one continuous piece that went all the way across. And that got cut out in the center, and I'm turning these into upper cabinets up here so they can store some things. And those little cubbies actually on the bottom are where the 2x6s used to run through. And we cut them off, and then I anchored everything to the ceiling and with the face frame so it's strong. And then I covered up where the floor used to be with kind of a detail so that it'll look nice. I had to change a bunch of electrical in here. So I am going to be putting a new beam up top to hide some of the old electrical and to run some of the new stuff. And so yeah, this bed runs from wall to wall, which will give them a queen size bed and lots of storage. And then when they come out, they can just shut the door behind them, and it'll help with the size of this room. There we go. Back that out somehow. So anyway, we cut in a front door on the side here, and this kind of overlooks my very cold, very snowy Minnesota horse farm. We have like 7 horses, and I do all kinds of projects around here that to see kind of how I do things. Maybe I can learn something in the process, and maybe you can learn something in the process. And so we'll just kind of go from there and see how it works out for everybody. Steps that I made up to the loft, and because they are older, we don't want to do like a vertical ladder. So these steps, I'm building in some small cubbies just so they can kind of put some things, leashes for the dogs, and maybe a cup or whatever, who knows, just little storage areas in the steps. And then underneath will be a shoe rack, and then a like a shelf with a coat hanger area right here, and I'll put a door over this and a door over that. I built in a small little cubby access here for the thermostat to go in the back side, and just kind of ran everything in the upper steps. The upper steps won't have any cubbies in them, and that will be up there. This part right here will be covered with a beam, and we actually cut back this loft. It used to be deeper this way, and we wanted more open area, so that's why it's exposed on the end there, and you can see some of the spray foam in there. I'll be covering up these spots. I put white on the bottom of here. I'll put an oak piece over the top of that, because this is all beautiful quarter sawn oak that's on the ceiling, and it's all spray foamed underneath that, and I really enjoy looking at that, so we're gonna keep that feature. And so I came in here with this area that I changed, and I put in the new wall, and everything, the electrical and plumbing's all running here, and put shiplap on the walls. And shiplap is really great. Wood on the walls is really great, because the way that I'm building the cabinets in this place, and it's a way to save material. So these cabinets are pocket screwed to the shiplap. I built the box, which is all pocket screwed and glued together, and I came in and I screwed the whole thing right to the wall. This saves me on a back material. This saves me on, some people use a screw strip on the top and the bottom, and this thing is super solid. It is not going anywhere. And I'm just trying to save material. So I did this whole area here, and the fridge and pantry area, and I got another little piece going here for where the stove and the microwave go, with 4 sheets of 3/4 plywood and some popple that I had in my shop. And I try to keep the cost down and give them the best quality that I can for the least amount of money. And so anyway, everything in here is screwed to the walls. It's just a simpler way to do it, and I get to save on all this material. I'll put one single fixed shelf in here, and I can just screw that to the wall. Everything will be solid, and it's coming out really nice, I think. One of the features that I did that I really like the way that it's turning out is on this shiplap on the ceiling, I added a furring strip underneath here, just a 2x2 strip. This is 2x6 actually, and I put a piece underneath there, and then I put the shiplap in between, cut out for the lights. There's enough room in here, just barely enough for the small, thin LED remodel lights to go in here. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna wrap these, basically floor joists, with a stained beam feature in the kitchen. And I'll back up here so you can get a better look at it. But just to give it a little more height in the kitchen, and to break up the, the very much white that I have in here. And I think it's gonna turn out nice. I think it'll really make it pop. So all the cabinets in here are gonna get painted like a light gray, to also break up some of the white. And then I'll probably end up doing some kind of a wood top. We have a fridge going in here. This is another thing. I mean, you can look back there, you just see wall, because this whole shelf is pocket screwed in here to the back wall, to this one. And then I just built the face frames and stuck them on there. Same with this guy. It's just pocket screwed down to there to the floor. Pocket screwed the bottom in. I'll put 2 drawers in here. This is all just pocket screwed in, very strong. And I'll end up putting shelves all in this pantry here. This will be a big pantry in the kitchen and the fridge area. And so I think it'll work out nicely. We have a gas stove going in here. There'll be a small upper cabinet here with the microwave hood going in. And then in the bathroom area, this is all new area. I had to be very creative with my venting in this place. I got the electric panel. little bit of a bump out. Toilet will go there. Small, thin vanity with drawer banks going along this wall, 16 inches deep. And I'll end up putting some kind of a shelving unit in the corner over there. And maybe like some small little shelves just for some decorations along the back wall there. And then you got the shower insert. This is a 4-foot shower insert, and originally they were going to put in one of those sit-down tubs with the door on it. And after doing some research, I didn't realize this, but the sit-down tubs, you have to get in it, fill it with water, soak, and then let it drain, and then open the door. So you're just sitting in a tub while it's filling up, which I think is probably fine, but it's not. For me, I'm kind of busy. I want to get in and out. And so they end up changing their mind, and luckily I was able to fit a 4-foot shower stall with a bench that I think will work out nicely for them. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I did build in a vent. It's right in here. Shower head coming out of there. But this is kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to do something really nice, and I was thinking that maybe I would just kind of keep posting updates of where I'm at. And maybe in the next video I'll take some video of the outside when it's on a nicer day. I think it was 10 below this morning. Pretty cold. And put that in and let you guys kind of see what this thing looks like on the outside, and give you more of an overview of what I do on my farm. I own a sawmill, so I do sawmilling. I cut down trees. I have a wood shop. I build lots of furniture for people. And I do farm stuff. I'm always building something around the farm. And this summer I have a big project coming up here with an outdoor gazebo and bar that I'm really excited to get into. So until next time, if you guys like what you see, maybe hit the like button. I don't know. Subscribe, do whatever, and we'll kind of go from there, and I'll just maybe we can learn together. All right, thanks a lot, guys.